Good morning, students. Welcome to my online classes. I hope you all have enjoyed your summer vacations very safely. Now it's time for us to get back to our studies. And today our subject is Mulberry, and our topic is poem Dogs, page number 44 to 45. Dogs by John Kitching. First, I will read this poem aloud for you, and again we'll together read this poem aloud. So let's begin. Dogs big, dogs small. Dogs short, dogs tall. Dogs fat, dogs thin. Dogs that make a dreadful din. Dogs smooth, dogs hairy. Dogs friendly, dogs scary. Dogs brown, dogs white. Dogs that bark all through the night. Dogs that run. Dogs that walk. Dogs that make you think they'll talk. Dogs awake. Dogs asleep. Dogs for the blind. Dogs for the sheep. The best of all, the dogs I know, goes with me everywhere I go. Isn't it wonderful? So, let's start again, and we will now read this poem together. Dogs big, dogs small, dogs short, dogs tall, dogs fat, dogs thin. Dogs that make a dreadful din. Dogs smooth, dogs hairy, dogs friendly, dogs scary. Dogs brown, dogs white. Dogs that bark all through the night. Dogs that run, dogs that walk. Dogs that make you think they'll talk. Dogs awake, dogs asleep. Dogs for the blind. Dogs for the sheep. The best of all, the dogs I know, goes with me everywhere I go. Very good. Now, students, before going to the explanation part of the poem, first we will learn about dogs. Dogs are very faithful pet animals. They are a popular pet because they are usually playful, friendly, loyal, and they listen to humans. Isn't it? Dogs are faithful. we can trust our dogs blindly. And why dogs are so much popular? Because they are playful, they play with us, they are friendly, they love us, and they are always loyal towards us, towards the human. Dogs are sometimes referred as man's best friend. Yes, just now I told you that dogs are the best friend. They are the trustworthy. You can trust them blindly because they are always loyal and they like being around humans. They like humans. They like men. They like children. They like playing with children, small children. And they are the most lovable pets. Okay, I'll repeat it again for you. Dogs are very faithful pet animals. They are a popular pet because they are usually playful, friendly, loyal, and they listen to humans. Dogs are sometimes referred as man's best friend because they are always loyal and they like being around humans. They are the most lovable pets. Now we will start with the introduction of the poem. The poem Dogs is all about different type of dogs. Yes, this poem is all about different types of dogs with different shapes, size and colors. But one thing which they all do, which is common in them, is that they make a very loud sound, like a noise. And also they bark all over the night. Dogs bark at the night? Yes. It would be more clear when we will understand the poem with the help of the stanza. Now what we will do, we will understand this poem with stanza by stanza. This was the short intro to the poem that the poem Dog is all about different types of dogs with different shapes, size and colors. Now we will start with the explanation of the poem. In the first stanza, the poet is describing about the dogs with different shape and size, like small, short, tall and fat, thin. But these dogs make dreadful din, means they are making very loud noise. So what is there in the first stanza? First stanza describe about different shapes of dog. Different shape, size, like small, big and small, short and tall, fat and thin dogs. But what they do? They make dreadful din. Dreadful din means they making a very loud noise. Even if they are having different shape, size and color, but the common thing is what they are making? They are making a very loud noise. In continuation, in the second stanza, the poet is describing about the dogs with different nature, colors and hairs, like smooth, dry, friendly, scary, and brown, white. So here nature is what? Friendly and scary. Color brown and white. And here and nature is smooth and dry. But they all bark at night. But the main and the common thing is they all bark at night. So here also they are doing one same thing, and that is they are barking together. Okay, I'll repeat it to you again for you. In the second stanza, the poet is describing about the dogs with different nature, colors and hairs, like smooth, dry, friendly, scary, and brown, white. But they all bark at night. So here also they are doing one same thing, and that is they are barking together. In the third stanza, the poet is describing about the different activities of the dogs, like run, walk. Some also talk. Some are awake and some are sleeping deeply. Some dogs are for the blind people and some are there to guard the sheep. So what the poet is describing? Their different activities, like some are running, some are walking, some are talking, and some are awake. Some are also sleeping deeply. And there are some dogs who are there for blind people. And some dogs, what they are doing? They are guarding the sheep. Okay. Again I'll repeat it. In the third stanza, the poet is describing about the different activities of the dogs, like run, walk, some also talk, some are awake, and some are sleeping deeply. Some dogs are for the blind people, and some are there to guard the sheep. In the last line, the poet is saying that the best dog which he is having always walks with him. What the poet is saying? That the best dog is the dog who always walks with him. In the last line, the poet is saying that the best dog which he is having always walks with him. I hope you have understood the explanation part. Now we will start with the word meanings. Number 1, dreadful din means loud noise. Second, awake means not sleeping. Drag, walk slowly. Number 1 is dreadful din means loud noise. Dogs are making what? Loud noise. Next is awake, not sleeping. That means there are some dogs who are not sleeping, they are awake. And third is drag, walk slowly. Some dogs are walking slowly. Let's repeat it again. Dreadful, din, loud, noise. Awake, not sleeping. Drag, walk slowly. Now we will start with our worksheet, making connection. Question 1. Find the following from the poem. What we have to do? We have to find the answers for the following questions given below. A word that is opposite to awake. Yes, asleep. A word that means covered with hair. Hairy. A word that rhymes with go. No. I'll repeat it again for you. A word that is opposite of awake. Asleep. A word that means covered with hair. Hairy. A word that rhymes with go. No. Next question is question 2. Read these lines and answer the question that follows. Dogs big, dogs small. Dogs short, dogs tall. Dogs fat, dogs thin. Dogs that make a dreadful din. So here is one question and one stanza is given, and the question are on the next slide. So let's go to the next slide. So students, as we have already read the question in the above slides, now we will start with the question and answer. These lines tell us that means the above lines which we have just read tells us that. Now the options are given. Number 1, dogs are big and fat. Dogs are same. And third is dogs are different kinds of. There are different kinds of dogs. So the answer is all dogs are same. B question. From these lines, pick out the 2 words that rhyme with each other. You know very well what rhyming word is. So, we'll now go to the answer. Answer is number 1, small, tall. Second is thin, din. I'll repeat it again for you. From these lines, pick out 2 words that rhyme with each other. Number 1, small, tall. Number 2, thin, din. Question 2. What does dreadful din means? What is the din that dog makes? Dreadful. Answer. Dreadful din means loud noise. Dogs make a din by barking loudly and breaking things. I'll repeat it again. Dreadful din means loud noise. Dogs make a din by barking loudly and breaking things. Question 3. According to the poet, which dog is the best of all dogs? Yes, we know the answer. The dogs that goes with the poet everywhere. I'll repeat it again for you. According to the poet, which dog is the best of all dogs? The dogs that goes with the poet everywhere. Next is worksheet appreciation. Words that rhyme. Here is another verse about dogs. Fill in the blanks so that the lines rhyme in pair. It blinks its eyes and wags its tail. Tail is the answer. Fetches me my bottle, fetches me my mail. It barks at me and I feel a sharp tug. But when I bend down, it gives me a hug. The answer are written with red color. So you must understand that the answers which are written in red color. I'll repeat it again for you. It blinks its eyes and wags its tail. It fetches me my bottle, fetches me my mail. It barks at me and I feel a sharp tug. But when I bend down, it gives me a hug. Now students, I want all of you to write all the exercises and the word meanings in your copies with a good and clear handwriting, and also learn this poem side by side. Even start writing the poem itself. Start practicing writing the poem in separate pages so that you learn the poem as well. And keep studying, and please be safe at your homes. We'll again meet in our online classes. Thank you.